It can happen in the blink of an eye. Accidental drownings remain the leading cause of death in children between the ages of 1 and 4 years old.
It happens more frequently as families head to the beach or pool in the hot summer months. News4jax reporter Ashley Harding joins us live. It is a sobering statistic for parents to think about, Ashley.
It really is. It is so heartbreaking as so many of our local families have experienced this tragedy of losing a child to a drowning. You know, one St. Johns County mother sat down with me and talked about those terrifying moments her 3-year-old son slipped away. A happy family of 8 with 6 vibrant children. The youngest, 3-year-old Calvin, cheerful, strong-willed, and independent. As Mandy Harry learned, life can change in a second. What's the one thing you truly want parents to take away from sharing your story?
I want parents to realize that this happens very fast.
It all began just over a month ago at a friend's pool party. Kids of all ages and more than a dozen adults were around the pool. All of a sudden, the unthinkable happened.
I heard my sister scream his name, and I looked over, and he was laying on the side of the pool deck, lifeless.
Harry's sister started CPR immediately with loved ones nearby, praying hard.
We were just, kind of yelling at him, "Calvin, we need you. Please come back. Please come back."
Mandy says CPR went on for a full, agonizing 6 minutes. But as she describes it, a miracle happened. He started breathing again.
The right things happened at the right time, because seconds different would have mattered.
Calvin was rushed to the hospital, and hours later, he awoke wanting to pull off wires and watch TV on an iPad. All good signs, but for any parent, fear still lingered. Mandy says on that fateful day, Calvin was wearing a puddle jumper just like this one with the 2 arm floaties. She says he asked her to take it off of him so he could go inside to get a snack. Somehow, it was just a couple of minutes, he managed to get back inside the pool, and despite there being dozens of adults within arm's reach, none of them saw him get back in without his life jacket. Mandy says the healing process is just beginning.
I think I got too comfortable. I have 5 other children who made it without incident their whole lives, and I just really think I got too comfortable.
What's more, Mandy believes the puddle jumper itself played a factor in Calvin's accident. With the way it's designed, forces a child in an upright position in the water.
He thought he could swim. He thought he could swim, and I took the puddle jumper off of him to get a snack, and he went back in because he thought he could swim.
As you see here, Calvin is the same independent little boy he always was. Maybe a little more cautious.
We can't go under it.
No, we don't want to go under. I sneak back into his room, and I just get on my knees, and I pray and thank God for letting me have him.
Calvin hasn't shown signs of being afraid of the water, but for Mandy, with this near tragedy, came a new purpose.
I know I'm a good mom, and this still happened to us. We're just so happy that Calvin is 100% fine, and I am here to spread this message, to everybody, to let everyone know. It's my mission now for the rest of my life.
And the week after Calvin's accident, Mandy and her husband enrolled him in swimming lessons. ISR can do that as early as 6 months. And as it turns out, it was a 14-year-old boy who pulled Calvin from the pool that day. Both he and Mandy's sister were awarded by the St. Johns County Sheriff's Office for their quick, heroic actions. Clearly, they saved his life. I'll send it back to you.
So Mom is very aware of what happened. How about Calvin? Does he know what went on?
Bruce, we did ask Mandy that, and she says right now she doesn't believe he fully understands what happened to him. But, she and her husband, they did take him to a therapist, and that therapist does believe down the line he will have some memories of this. And, as I mentioned earlier, so many of our local families have experienced this, but this one, so grateful to say, had a happy ending.
Obviously, and you know what? We as parents know you cannot take your eyes off the kids, not for 1 second.
And the pool parties are where there's a real danger too, Ashley, as you know, because the reality is, unless you assign someone to watch the child, everybody else assumes someone else is watching the kids, and then it turns out no one is.
It's absolutely true, Jen, and we have to say this once again. No one is immune to this. No family is immune to this. This can happen in a second.